Namaste. Today starts Life Talk, the art of listening, the supreme intelligence of listening. In this series, there will be few talks and previous questions will be answered. Before I begin, I would like to let you know that why listening is so important, since I have emphasized many times and given the vital importance to listen, because it's the base of your eternal journey. Right listening can give you the strong foundation and strong base from where you can take the endless flight, the flight of hawk. From that height, the hawk observes sharply, listens every movements on the earth. That intensity of hawk therefore listening is very important. What is the art of listening? And why it is supreme intelligence? Human senses are blocked and work very minimal. A small amount of senses works. The rest of the senses remain asleep, do not work with their full capacity. Therefore, the perception is not received totally. And listening is supreme sense. So when you listen with all your attention, you cleansed your brain cells, and cleansing the brain cells, you clean all the senses. You don't have to cleanse one by one sense because it will take lots of time. And this is one of the beautiful mystery, that if you resolve one problem, you have solved all the problems, because all problems are interrelated. Similarly, all senses are interrelated. Therefore, if you can learn the art of listening, which is the supreme intelligence and the purest form of perception, and the purest form of meditation, and the highest form of integration. Listening so with all your attention your body, mind, and energy. With all your being, holistically, holistically listening, gathers the pool of energy in you without dissipating. Energy dissipates when your senses are participating partially. And this was also the question somebody have put. I think Pradeep has put this question: how to stop dissipation of energy. So today I will also take the questions, integrate your question today's talk. Energy is dissipated when the senses are not coordinating together. When one sense dominates the other, because all senses has to function. They have to function without the pressure from other sense. One sense pressure other senses, therefore it's one-sided, and one-sided is dissipation of energy. Therefore, integration. All senses are integrated, one unity, one perception. Unitary perception, the holistic perception. In holistic perception, there is no center of I, there is no center of self, since center is limited. But perception is not limited, and listening the perception is pure. That's why I always say, listen, listen your voice. You have heard in all languages, in every countries, people say, listen your voice. But you don't know the art of listening your own voice, because there are so many voices suppressing your own voice down. There are thousands of voices, social voice, social influences, then the influences from TV media, which are continuously propagating false things to manipulate you, showing you excited news, mixing the music in the news, the background, So they can throw you inside the wrong news with loud voice, excited voice. Similarly, political and economical and religious voices, which all are influences you. Industrial voices, industry wants to sell their products through you. So your whole brain is occupied. Your inner voice is deep down suppressed. Put lots of load from all this on your own voice, so you never listen it. You can't. Your inner voice is possible to listen when these all voices are eliminated, discarded, burned out, and cleansed. And it is possible when you put the art of listening in practically, in practice. Not practice like repetition, but practically means life as actual, as actuality, as a fact. You put it in function, in action. This I mean by practically. Don't misunderstand practice. I don't advocate practice, because practice is always mechanic. Why the art of listening is the supreme intelligence? Why? Because when you listen, and in this listening, there is no judgment, no choice, choiceless, choicelessness. Then, being choicelessness, being non judgmental, you remove your I center, self center. The moment self center is removed, you are integrated. You have no fragments, no parts. You are one. You are not divided then. And when you are not divided, you do not dissipate the energy. We will have many talks, not so many, but few talks on the art of listening, and all we will walk together on the path of pathless path, the path of timeless path, the journey of timeless. We will walk the path of unknown, all together, then there is much fun, much joy. I invite you all to travel with me. I will make every time the short talks due to uploading difficulties. So every talk will be intensive and we will reveal deep down, investigate deep down, and go beyond the depth and see, observe, listen. Listening, as I always say, the highest intelligence, because brain cells are cleansed, and when brain cells are cleansed, your other senses are cleansed also. You don't have to clean one by one sense and then other sense, because then it will take lots of time. And when you take the time, that time will again bring the dust on your senses, because time brings dust. And cleansing is not time. Cleansing is just listening. Listening without motivation, without the idea of gaining advantage, without the background that you will get supreme intelligence. Otherwise, if you have background to get something, then it will be not listening. It will be the form of greed. Spiritual greed is more dangerous than material greed. But anyway, greed is greed. Listen all the sounds around you. Listen then the sound of your thought. And listen the sound of your feelings. Listen the sound of your emotions. When you listen, your mind is silenced, totally silent. Then you can listen it, because every feeling, every emotion, every thought creates sounds which is not known for you. You never heard it, because everything is sound. And then listen the sound of your reactions, because you react very quickly. If you can listen, then your reactions are gone. So listen. We will start slowly listening and moving. and the same series is continue, and soon I will come back to you. Namaste.